So, it's happening again, and by it I mean my only source of entertainment is being blitzkrieged by something without my consent. And in this scenario, the thing getting blitzed is my beloved Instagram Reels.
Here's my impression of a Minecraft villager getting backshots.
And the one doing the blitzing is the new League of Legends show, Arcane. Yes, a show from the game where the stereotype for the average person that logs in daily is either a complete psychopath,
who's a bad girl,
somewhat racist, or they like to marinate themselves in their own bodily filth, because the last thing they are thinking about is a shower. They're more preoccupied with CCing their minions. Well, the only reason this is happening to me, yes, I'm the victim here, is due to the recent launch and finishing of Season 2 of Arcane. A season where every episode, I might inform you, got a score of over 8.5. I watched it myself and thought it was really good. The characters were well created and well scripted, nothing felt out of place, and the music was really good. And it seemed to fit in well with the lore of the cesspool that is League of Legends. But I did get the slight tingling akin to a tumor. Spoilers ahead, by the way. If you're clicking on a video about Arcane and you're going to complain about spoilers, you're a slight dumbass. But I got the slight tingling that when Vi was ganking Kate's butthole and invading her jungle to get her Rift Herald, that I wanted to play League of Legends again. Yes, I am a recovering League of Legends addict. I peaked in Gold 2 and only played jungle with Warwick and Vi, so basically you can say the show is made for me. But I will not be returning to the mines. I long got over that addiction with replacing it with gambling, and do not want the outcome of my days to be determined by if my bot lane wants to feed or not, and then blame me for not ganking them, when they went into the centre of their lane, spread their ass cheeks, and let every jungler inside. But no, I will not be returning to the mines. But a lot of people watching the show don't even know about the mines. Yes, the people watching Arcane don't even know the media they are consuming has a significantly different and worse form of torture, akin to waterboarding with sulfuric acid if you play the video game called League of Legends. And some that have ventured too far are only discovering it now, are either responding with disgust with how terrible it is, or cutting up white lines of addiction with their debit card, because trust me, if you get addicted to it, that game will ruin your life. But most people do not know it actually exists. But just because Arcane has ended, does not mean it's a good idea to play League of Legends, just because you are getting withdrawals from Arcane. But most don't know that even though the show was good, regular League gremlins are freaking out, because it's having an impact on their game. Characters like Victor are getting reworked to look more like Arcane versions, which some people are treating like the end of days, even though barely anyone played Victor. But whilst their tears are being sunk into the abyss that is Riot support, the new Arcane fans are shedding tears for a different reason, because many of them are subjecting themselves to the torture of watching the last 2 episodes over and over again. You know, when Jinx and Echo are dancing, and some people got even more upset looking into it, realising when it turns to 4 frames per second, it reflects how Echo wants to keep repeating that moment, because he can go back in time like every 4 seconds. You see, for the weak people among you, just learning that, there would be a tear in your eye. But to be honest, I was only crying during that exchange because a Frenchman was singing in my ear.
French.
The song is a banger though. Yes, but another trait of the fans seems to be subjecting themselves to watching those episodes to make themselves purposely upset. Like, we get it, it was very sad, but you are showing your masochist tendencies. Another thing the Arcane community is forcing down my throat, when I should be watching people getting reduced to atoms by a semi-truck, is seemingly shipping all the characters to be somewhat gay. And I'm not talking in a serious way, like with what recently happened with the My Academia community, where they went on a whole Spanish Inquisition on the creator for even hinting 2 characters had a different ending they wanted. And the fact the ship they wanted, they were not in fact madly in love with each other, to the point where Helen Keller would have been able to see that it was not happening. But the horrors I've seen from the Arcane community are not to be underestimated. You've got Victor getting Jace pregnant, needing to get a god forbid hexabortion.
My water broke!
Water? Does that mean... the... JB?
Gah! Please, please, please help! Poop cookie! It hurts so fucking bad. Help me! Fuck! Victor Pookie. They're warm.
The community also likes to focus on the fact that the Vi and Caitlyn scene, where Vi decides to go full deep dish on Caitlyn, was intended to be a lot longer, but the production team was told, bad dog, way too horny, bad dog. I mean, I thought it was long enough, but it was supposed to be longer, and the people in the community are salivating at the mouth, requesting the full uncut version. Once again, controversial opinion here, but I still think it was long enough, but I know some of you are down bad. And speaking of down bad, of course you get the side of the community that just wants to subject everyone to war crimes akin to curb stomping the elderly, with pictures like this. Like, come on. This makes me wish I was Helen Keller. Still has nothing on My Academia though. The fanfics of the Arcane community are somewhat on the same level as well. Then there's the cosplayers, some really good ones. One where you can't even tell the animation apart from the cosplayer, and then some that are residents of Uncanny Valley. It's not even that bad, it just looks like they got stun locked in an idle animation. However, one thing I will say is great about the community is the memes. I've not seen such high quality edits since the anime free run was released. But then again, these memes are like Van Gogh painting in a derelict slum. Like, what are they doing here? But the ones that do crack me up are the Heimerdinger impressions.
This is my impression of Heimerdinger after Kate and Vi start officially dating.
I got you a gift. It's the hex trap.
Who knew that almost 10% of the population would be able to imitate an overgrown rat goblin with pinpoint accuracy and make him say the worst of things?
Hello, Jace. It's time for backshots. Grab my step stool.
Heimerdinger's song in this show was actually pretty good though, even though most people didn't know it was him singing it. Another thing I love about the community is the fact they all became this one hive mind. When one event in the show happened, they all simultaneously agreed it was the best part of the show. And I also conform with this part of the community, because when said event happened, I flew up from my seat, clapped my ass a few times, and replayed the last 3 seconds over and over again. And this scene was when the ginger Ron Weasley lookalike bowl haircut having, Brave without the bow, Scott Pilgrim live adaptation version of Kim Pine haircut, got her head implanted with a Genji deflected 7.62 round. Like, that was beautiful. Absolute cinema. I had to repeat that scene over and over again, but I can't tell you how many times throughout this show I have had it out for this woman. The community hated the fact that Kate was using her as a breathing, walking, talking fleshlight because they wanted her to be with Vi, but that really didn't seem to bother me when I saw that Kate was more interested in Vi's spit than this woman, and I can't honestly tell you why I hated her. It's not the fact she was ginger, but goddamn, when that bullet pierced her skull, there's serotonin directly injected into my brain receptors. But one thing they all got wrong is the best character. Some people say Vi, some people say Kate, maybe Kate's rigor mortis ridden mother, rest in peace, or Jace after he went through the 9th layer of hell, whilst Echo and Heimerdinger were on Viva Pinata level difficulty. But no, the best character is Loris. He's not the main character, doesn't get much screen time, but I'm sorry, this guy is the best character. Dude is a tank and just walked his way into a high ranking position and then got face fucked by an arrow without even an ounce of sincerity, showing how much of a side character he was, but goddamn was he the best character. So in conclusion, Arcane is good. Many of the fans are opening their eyes to the game as a coping mechanism till the next shows when the Arcane team drop, which is a terrible idea. Most of the fans are down bad degenerates, but we love a small percentage of them, and the people making pictures like this need to have their internet access promptly revoked. I want my original Instagram Reels feedback instead of Jace being impregnated by Victor with the mention of a hexbortion, and god, I want the League team to bring back the snow map for the Summoner's Rift, because that shit actually hit different all those years ago. But yeah, this was a bit of a rant video. I pushed back the other video I was going to make that was meant to release today, just to wipe my viscous opinion on your face. But yeah, out of place video, I just wanted to talk about this, but bye-bye.